It's time for a little comedy, a little content, and a lot of conversation. It's the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube. And now here's your host, Geno Jones.
I'm here, everybody. Yes, I am. You saw me leaning over. What's happening? I'm here. A couple minutes late. Long story, but we're here. The enemy's busy. Always tries to get in the way and mess things up. But anyway, the Geno Jones Show. I'm here live Monday through Friday. I'm going to give you a programming note later in the week. But our normal days are Monday through Friday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 6:30 p.m. Central Time, 4:30 out on the West Coast. Shout out to everybody. Tell everybody to please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Shout out to my new subscribers. And shout out to everybody that's been down with me and this channel from day one. Hey, Michelle, how are you? Thank you for hanging out and sticking around. Let me just do something real quick because I know folks like, Geno, you're late. So anyway, it really doesn't matter. But so I do a radio show in the day, right? I do a radio show in the day. And short version of the story is I had to take care of some things at the radio station. And then, traffic was better than I thought it would be. So I'm here. That's all that matters, okay? I'm good. Michelle, how are you? Spread the word. Tell everybody I'm here. I was just a couple minutes late, but go ahead and maybe jump on your social media platform. Say, hey, the Geno Jones Show is on live, so y'all need to come on over here and check it out. The show is interactive, by the way. So the show is, if you're watching me live, you see where it says live chat. You can jump in that chat room. You can say hi. I'll shout you out like I'm doing Michelle. If you can celebrate a birthday, Sagittarius celebrating birthdays, I'm going to shout you out. It could be an anniversary. If you got a question, if you got a comment, whatever it is, be a part of the show. Get involved. It's interactive. Along with telling everybody else, and everybody else is watching, jump on your other social media platforms, do a little quick, like say, hey, Geno is on live. Send a group text out. Tell them to come on over to the Geno Jones Show YouTube channel. We are here. And also share this episode. Share. Please click on the thumbs up. So important. The algorithms, the YouTube algorithms, they monitor all that, and that helps my media company. And it's so important we support Black-owned businesses, and it helps my YouTube channel. It does. So make sure you do that. Share, like, click on the thumbs up below. You can copy and paste the link. Share, you could tag everybody's social media pages and platforms, everybody you know, including yours. So I thank you in advance. So I want to start off tonight's show, or if you're out in California or up in Portland, Oregon, or in Seattle, I want to start the show off today. I want to shout out a young man. I never met him, and I saw him on television today, a young man named Michael Archer II. Now, that name might not ring a bell, but I'm going to help you out. So Michael Archer he's a junior. So that means his dad is named Michael Archer. Now, some of you all might not know. Now, if you are a big fan of this brother, then you know who Michael Archer is. Michael Archer Sr. So Michael Archer Jr. II, famous dad, famous mom. And he lost them both this year. Michael Archer II is the son of Angie Stone and D'Angelo. He was on Tamron Hall's show today. Very powerful show. And it was really moving. He talked about how he said he's okay, he said, but he's getting through it. And I could imagine. He lost his mom March 1st, a day after his birthday. He just turned 28. He's 28 now. And then later this year, a couple months ago, he lost his dad. I think back, was it September, around that time maybe? I think it was before October. So like within a 6-month, roughly 6-month period, he lost his mother and his father. You know, his mom, Angie Stone, she died in a horrible car crash. It was a rollover. The vehicle that she was in, she had left the show in Alabama. I believe she was en route either to Atlanta or to another show somewhere else, and the vehicle rolled over. And tragically, she was the only person that in the car that died. You know, wish death on anybody, but it's just a tragic irony that the other people in this vehicle, they survived, and Angie Stone, who was only 63, she lost her life. She died. That was March 1st. It was the day after this young man's birthday. Then his dad, several months later this year, D'Angelo, died of pancreatic cancer, which his son didn't know until basically the end of his dad's life. Basically, when they told him, listen, his uncles, he said his uncles, his two uncles and his dad's doctor basically gave him the news about his dad and said basically, hey, you need to come to New York and see your dad. And the rest is history. Fortunately, he did get to see his dad before his dad died. So he told that whole story. And he talked about how his mom, Angie Stone, he revealed some things that we didn't know about his mom. One, that she had been suffering from kidney failure, and he was going out on the road with his mom. As a matter of fact, he was concerned about his mom's health, and he said he didn't want to get a call that something happened to his mom. So he started going out on tour with his mom, Angie Stone. So his mom, Angie, had him open up for her. He was her opening act while she was touring. He talked about how this year she would go to dialysis in the day and do her show at night. So it was just an incredible story. And he talked about some more tragic irony. So on his birthday, the day before his mom died, I guess the hospital, healthcare professionals, so his mom was on a waiting list for a kidney. And the day before she died, which was her son, Michael Archer II, his birthday, her and D'Angelo's son's birthday, his mom got the news that they found a donor kidney. So Angie Stone was about to get a brand new kidney that would completely change her life and add years to her life. And just tragically, she died literally one day after getting life-saving news. So he shared that story. And he performed a tribute song called Dove Soar, really a tribute to his mom. So his name is Swayvo Twain, S-W-A-Y-V-O, Swayvo Twain, like Mark Twain. I don't know how he came up with the name. Tamara didn't ask him that because she was more concerned. First, she wanted to know how was he really doing? And how would anybody be doing? You're 28, and within roughly 6 months, first your mom dies in a car crash where the vehicle rolled over and she died. The only person in the car that died was your mom. Then you get a call from your uncles and your dad's doctor saying that he is dying from pancreatic cancer and you need to come up to New York and see him. How would you be doing? How would anybody be doing? So it was just really a beautiful thing to see. So shout out to brother Swayvo Twain, S-W-A-Y-V-O. And he is his mother's child. He is definitely his mother's child. Because you can see it's a little combination of his mommy and D'Angelo, but that boy is his mother's child. He looked just like his mom. People say that about me. So he is definitely his mother's child. And we lift the brother up in prayer. Shout out to everybody. As a matter of fact, my mom told me it was very touching. I think my mom saw it too. And she said a young man is going through a lot, losing both parents. That young, 28. And to lose them his mom suddenly, and the fact that you've been with your mom, helping your mom, and she had been battling, hoping and praying that her doctors would find a donor kidney, because she was suffering from kidney failure and was having to go to dialysis. Probably, I think people usually on dialysis, they usually go like 3 days a week, 3-4 days a week, 2-3-4 days. But he said she would go to dialysis in the day and then perform at night. That says a lot about her as a person and as a performer. So just want to lift his brother up in prayer. Michael Archer II. Suevo Twain. So search him. I'm sure he's here on YouTube. Do a search on YouTube, or just do a simple Google search or Chat GPT or Ask Aisha, whatever it is, and check out Suevo, Swayvo, Twain, Twain. All right. So I got some good news. Shout out to Texas House of Representative member, a girl, Jasmine Crokett. So her district, she represents in the U.S. House of Representatives the Dallas metro area. Now, these racist and misogynist, sexist, white nationalists in Texas, led by Governor Greg Abbott. Now, I'm wrong, because I'm not making fun of the disabled, but I call him Governor Hot Wheels because he's evil. And the fact that this man is disabled and that he has signed laws and embraced policies that hurt the disabled it's beyond sick. It's evil, it's dark, it's inhumane, it's demonic. You would think that he would have compassion himself being a disabled man. I mean, I think Texas has the highest number of uninsured residents. So you would think this person would have a sense of humanity, but he doesn't. So he fits right in perfectly with this MAGA cult. So anyway, Congressperson Jasmine Crokett announced today she is going to run for one of the U.S. Senate seats in the great state of Texas. 30 million people. Let's go, Jasmine Crokett. And there's a brother named Colin Allred, who was also in the House of Representatives in Texas. He was also going to run in the Democratic primary. So Jasmine Crokett is going to run in the Democratic primary. There's a guy named James Tallarico, a white guy. Very impressive. In all honesty, I have to confess, very impressive from Austin, but he ain't Jasmine Crokett, who is super impressive. And that's no shade to James Tallarico. I would love for both. What would be great, because there's going to be 2 Senate seats in Texas open, it would be great if she could win one Senate seat and he could win the other. So I hope they're talking about that, because I think those 2 people could do that in Texas, and boy, wouldn't that be a shift? Because this guy, like I said, James Tallarico, very impressive, but Jasmine Crokett is a political superstar. She is so impressive, and she's a fighter, but she does her homework, and she's brilliant, and she always comes with receipts, and she ain't no punk. So what you're not gonna do. Yeah, you're not going to just talk to her any kind of way. You ain't going to run over her. You're not going to disrespect her or her culture or just people in general. Her constituents, she's not having that. So big shout out to Jasmine Crokett. We got to get Jasmine Crokett on the show. Shout out, I think I mentioned it earlier also, who is running for a seat in the U.S. House of Representatives. My brother, who really we could be related cousins, Chris Jones, who ran to be governor of Arkansas several years back. I think back in 2020 he ran, but y'all elected Sarah Huckabee Sanders, that cretin, that MAGA cult member who was Owen Chitler's press secretary in his first term in office. And my man Chris Jones got, like, I think 2. So here's a guy that went to Morehouse, and I believe he got 2 master degrees from MIT. Very few people get 1 master degree from anywhere. And even a smaller number of people, even fewer people, get one master's degree from MIT. I can't think of anybody that ever heard they got 2 master degrees from MIT. But that's Chris Jones. Brother, just a good dude. He's a regular dude, but he's not, because he is brilliant. He is an actual rocket scientist. Yes. I think I got one of his master degrees is an astrophysicist. Something like, literally, if you Google rocket scientist, this brother, Chris Jones, he's like a for real rocket scientist. And he's a pastor. He's a dad, and he's a husband. His wife, she served in the military. I think she was a combat pilot, and she's an ER doctor now. So, man, woo! Boy, the bar is set pretty high in that household. So you got a dad that's a rocket scientist, and a pastor, and a mom that was a combat pilot in the military, and an ER doctor. But that's what we do. That's who we are as black people. That's who we are as black Americans, as African Americans. And I absolutely, positively love it. So big shout out to Jasmine Crokett. We are working hard to get Jasmine on this show. So anybody watching the show, you know Jasmine Crokett, go ahead and clip this video, send it to Jasmine. As a matter of fact, I know Chris Jones knows Jasmine, so I'm like, bring Jasmine on the show with you, Chris, because I'm sending you this show because he'll be coming on very soon. Tell her she needs to be on the Geno Jones show, because I am a big fan of what this sister is doing. So we're all we got, but we are all we need, and we got everything we need. And this holiday blackout continues. I will be focusing on, as a matter of fact, I talked about, there's so many sources to find black-owned businesses, buy from a black woman, buy from a black man. But there's also a site that I found through this black run. It's called first. So the original site that I went to, digitalgreenbook.com or .org, Digital Green Book. And it's a platform. It's like a great resource. Well, basically, and they have their own AI platform, Ask Aisha. So you don't need ChatGPT or what is it? Google got Gemini, or what Microsoft's got Copilot. Just Ask Aisha. I believe on just do a search for Digital Green Book. I think it's digitalgreenbook.com or .org. It's one of the two. But if you do that search for Digital Green Book, because the Green Book was a book way back in the day that was published for African Americans if you were like leaving the North, like Chicago or like Detroit or New York or Philly, driving through the South, especially during Jim Crow and segregation. It was a listing. It was a book that was published that had a list of safe places where you could sleep, because hotels, white only hotels, so, and cities to avoid, because they still have what they call these sundown towns, where if you're black, you got to be out of the town by sundown, which is bullshit. That is absolutely bullshit. And we need to make that illegal. But that's a whole nother conversation and a whole nother show. That in 2025, still in some of these little small, rural, backwards ass towns in the South, they got the nerve to be considered a sundown town. Where if you're black, you better be out of town before sundown, or something can happen to you. You a lie and the truth ain't in you, and I rebuke Satan. Tell the truth, shame the devil, but I digress. So Digital Green Book took me to a platform called blacknile.co, like the Nile River, blacknile.co. And Black Nile is this incredible platform, site, to where they have all these different, so it's a platform, and then you'll see separate categories, and they got like these beautiful circles, so where you can find black-owned grocery stores, black-owned hotels and villas, black-owned restaurants, black-owned, black churches, and more. And they have retailers, so all these black-owned products, food, toilet paper, paper towel, food products, cosmetics. Just go to blacknile.co. So if you're doing some Christmas shopping, go to, because we are blacked out. It's the holiday blackout. We are anti-DEIing our money. Since all these corporations now, AT&T announced last week that they are getting rid of their diversity, equity, and inclusion program. So they are about to lose a business customer, and that's me because of that. So we see how that worked out for Target, didn't you, AT&T and everybody else? So since all these companies and CEOs are with this racism and this nonsense and this bullshit, well, the president said that DEI programs are illegal. Got you. So we're going to reverse engineer. We're going to anti-DEI our money, our treasure, and our talent. Like making sure our sons and daughters stop going to these predominantly white universities, so you got all these college playoffs. Pull all these brothers out of these games. Alabama, Ohio State, Georgia, all these schools that's in the playoffs, all of them. No. Who else is in there? Texas Tech. I think what is A&M, but because I can't think of everybody in the college. But they got James Madison, I think, that's in there. So let's anti-DEI. Oregon is in there. Let's anti-DEI our sons and daughters and grandsons and granddaughters and nieces and nephews. Since these universities, many of them, University of Alabama just announced that they had a newspaper for the black student, a magazine for the black students, and a magazine for women. And they had to get rid of it because the government said the DEI programs are illegal. So they basically shut down the Black News. 1956, that was a newspaper run by the African American students and a magazine that focused and it was a lifestyle magazine for women. But they still got the white student-run magazine. So another reason why we are the holiday blackout from now through New Year's Day. So if you're doing some Christmas shopping, to hell with these retailers. Anti-DEI them. As my grandmother, Jean Jones, taught me, Jeannie, don't beg nobody to take your money. Don't beg nobody to take your money. So Black America, we ain't begging no damn body to take our money. We ain't begging AT&T, we ain't begging Target, we ain't begging Walmart, we ain't begging Home Depot, we're not begging Lowe's, we're not begging Macy's. I could go on and on and on, all of them. We're not begging none of these retailers. Blank them, F them. Go to blacknile.com. Go to buy from a black woman, buy from a black man. Do some research, use Digital Green Book. There's so many great black-owned businesses. I had Dr. Adrian on the show, Pineapple Carriage. As a matter, I don't have her name in front of me. But Friday's episode, go back and look at Friday's episode. And we had Dr. Adrian. And then her daughters also have a platform. They make everything from like cosmetics, skin products, basically skin products, oils, these beautiful handbags. Pineapple Carriage. I'm leaving a word out there. Let me just step over here. I think is this Dr. Adrian? Yeah. Pineapple Carriage Boutique. PineappleCarriageBoutique.com. There you go. PineappleCarriageBoutique.com. I think you might see Pineapple Apple Carriage Boutique. So either type in, I think it's PineappleCarriageBoutique.com. Try that. And you can type in Pineapple Apple Carriage Boutique too. So check it out. Shout out to Dr. Adrian Smalls Owens. She was on Friday's show with our military expert, Marine Master Sergeant Roy Gray, retired. Shout out to our Master Sergeant Roy Gray, and great news, because he had to have a little medical procedure, a little surgery, but I got a call that he's doing great. So shout out to you, Master Sergeant Roy Gray, a.k.a. full disclosure, that's my first cousin. We call him Sonny. But the military, is Master Sergeant Gray, Master Sergeant Roy Gray. So we're going to lift him up in prayer. But thank God he's doing great. My mother said she got a call. She actually talked to him, so I need to call him tonight. He probably groggy. I may just let him rest. I'll reach out to him if he doesn't answer. If not, I know one of my other cousins, one of his sisters, Carol. Shout out to Carol. What up, cuz? Carolyn Jackson. She's down there with him in Texas. Okay? Thank you for letting me be a part of your life. As always, God bless each and every one of you, and you, especially you, God, most of all. Thank you for letting me do the Geno Jones Show live Monday through Friday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 6:30 p.m. Central Time, 4:30 p.m. on the West Coast. Thank you to everybody. Thank you, Shay. I see you, Michelle. Shout out to my nephew's graduation. Hey, Michelle, what's your nephew's name? So everybody that graduated from the Air Force, that is huge. One of my viewers, Michelle, says, shout out my nephew's graduation from the Air Force. You put everything in there but your nephew's name. Trey Young. Shout out to Trey Young. I am proud of you, my brother. I salute you. Thank you. Thank you for your service and everything. And all those to his class, a graduating class from the Air Force. That is huge. As a matter of fact, we have an Air Force base right here in Charleston, South Carolina. So a joint base, Charleston. So shout out to Trey Young, and thank you, everybody. God bless each and every one of you, and especially you. Live Monday through Friday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, once again, 6:30 p.m. Central, 4:30 p.m. on the West Coast. Tell everybody to subscribe to the Geno Jones Show YouTube channel. All right. As a matter of fact, we're only about 43 new subscribers from becoming a YouTube partner. That means that YouTube will monetize my media company and this channel every month. So thank you, 1,000 new subscribers, and we are right there, about 42 away. So spread the news. Start spreading the news. Keep spreading the news. You can please click on the thumbs up. Please share this show and every episode. Share, you can tag it on all of your platforms. Share it and tag it on everybody else that you know on their platforms. You can do a screenshot, some of the video, grab some of the video, pull a video clip, and make it go viral on YouTube or any other platform that you like. Send some of the show to Representative Jasmine Crokett. Yes, Representative Crokett, my sister, we got to get you on this show. Shout out to soon-to-be Representative. We're going to speak it into existence. She's going to be Senator Jasmine Crokett and U.S. House of Representative member Chris Jones. So we're going to speak it. As my grandmother said, Jeannie, name it and claim it. Speak it into existence. Name it and claim it. So that's what we are doing. So the next live edition of the Geno Jones Show is going to be Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 6:30 p.m. Central, 4:30 p.m. on the West Coast. Shout out to Markel Bailey, the official barber and hairstylist of the Geno Jones Show. He is the CEO of Designer Cuts here in the Charleston, South Carolina metro area. Check him out on Instagram, on IG, Kelby Cutting Up, KELBECUTTINUP. Allie Jones, who? Allie Jones, who? Allie Jones. She is the official wardrobe consultant and stylist for the Geno Jones Show. Check her and her Lexi Jones collection out. Amazing. LX.NCL_. LX.NCL_. We'll see you live Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 6:30 p.m. Central, 4:30 p.m. on the West Coast. Once again, I want to thank everybody for watching the show live. Thank you to everybody in the chat room. Of course, my number one fan, my mom, and to Michelle and everybody else. Thank you for being a part of the show. Thank you for getting involved and being interacting with me. while I'm live on camera, and everybody else, even if you didn't jump in the chat room, thank you for watching. Don't forget to please share this in every episode. Please share, tag, share, like, tag, grab some of the video, make it go viral, and tell everybody to become a part of the Geno Jones Show family and subscribe. Subscribe to the Geno Jones Show YouTube channel. We'll see you Wednesday evening, 7:30 p.m. Eastern.
Subscribe and tune in to the next episode of the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube.